My mom sent me this video. She said this is what my cakes look like. So I have to prove my biggest hater, my mom, that I can make a burger cake and I can make it look better than that.
It's basic.
Ah!
Good night.
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down?
You're the one that can't.
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down?
What's up?
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down? You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down? Hi guys, I'm Justin. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a burger cake. The first thing you want to do is bake 2 8-inch cakes and you're going to carve them. And of course use the best cake mix, our vanilla, everything just baked premium and natural cake mix. It's available on our website. And if you're not using this, get out! So you want to make sure it's super moist and you're going to stack it up. I'm using vanilla buttercream today with caramel.
Nice.
If you don't like salted caramel, we're not friends. And I'm also lying because I don't like salted caramel. And now once you have it stacked up, I like to get it completely cold, so I put it in the refrigerator for about 10 to 20 minutes to make sure it's nice and cold. And then you're gonna carve it down. The shape is very simple. All you're gonna do is round the edges, and then you're gonna carve it inside, and then round the bottom edges. Try to think of it as separate pieces. A top bun, the inside, and then the bottom bun. So once you're happy with the bun shape, now you're gonna work on your fillings. I decided to do lettuce because you need lettuce on a burger. It makes it healthy, you know? So to do lettuce, you have to use wafer paper. And I don't have wafer paper, so I did a little bit of an experiment. I used frosting sheets, which is what you print edible images on. It's very similar, but wafer paper has a better consistency for lettuce, so I recommend using that. You're gonna paint the wafer paper. And I'm using airbrush food coloring, so it's just super thin. And I'm mixing together green and yellow to create like a light lettuce color. Just mix until you're happy with the results and literally grab a paintbrush and go ham. You want to decorate the whole thing. The whole paper should be completely green, and I like to use a fluffy makeup brush. This way it creates like a variety of colors, so some areas darker than others, just like lettuce. You want to keep it very natural, very organic. It shouldn't be one color throughout the whole sheet. And once that is completely covered both sides, then you're gonna crush up aluminum foil or parchment paper and lay it over it, and you want to embrace the texture, and then you have to let it completely dry. Once it dries, I promise you're not even gonna know it's real lettuce. We're getting to a real tea right now. What's the best burger spot? In-N-Out, Five Guys, Steak, what is it called?
Steak and Shake.
Steak and Shake, Shake Shack, or Burger King. But if you say Burger King, are you dumb? I think In-N-Out is overrated. Let me know in the comments, but I think it's overrated. I had it once, it was fine. To me, top tier, Five Guys. On the pyramid, top, Five Guys. At the bottom of the pyramid, Burger King. Because ill, like who even eats Burger King stuff? Their chicken nuggets suck, their french fries suck, and their burger, mint. Next is Shake Shack. It's okay, like I feel like they hit and like sometimes they miss, like it's not consistent. Next, In-N-Out, because it's just overhyped for what? It's mid, it's a burger, it's not impressing me. Next, Steak and Shake, because their Steak and Shake be hitting. I love how it's thin and they give you a lot of layers, and their banana milkshake, even though they're out of business by us, I'm telling you, they should have stayed. Next, on the top of the pyramid, it's Five Guys. They're premium. The only thing they slack on is their fries. I'll admit it. I've tasted better fries. They're kind of soggy, but their burger, it's my inspiration behind this cake. I will say, it tastes better than my cake.
Everything tastes better than your cake.
So you want to make sure you get the lettuce done early so it can have time to dry. So once that's out of the way, you're going to cover your cake in fondant. You want to make sure the buns are looking juicy, looking like buns. And I like to use fondant just because it's very pliable and it's easy to add texture. So just simply roll it out and cover the cake. It can get a little chaotic. You gotta move fast like I did, or else it could tear around the edges. But it's okay if it tears a little bit, because think about it, like a burger has texture. Like a bun, you know, especially from a fast food, your burger never looks good as they look on commercials or like in photos. The burger be looking like this in video and photos, and then once they give it to you, it's like this thin, it's smashed, it's looking crazy. So choose which one you want to go for. So to add some texture, all I did was use some modeling tools just to give like air bubbles around the edges. I also crushed up some aluminum foil. This just gives it just some natural texture, because a bun would never be perfectly smooth. But once you're happy with the texture and it's covered in fondant, now you're gonna airbrush it. And if you don't have an airbrush, buy an airbrush. But you can also hand paint it. All you would do is mix together gel food coloring with some high-grade alcohol like Everclear and just thin it out and add your painting. But airbrushing is just much easier because this way you won't have any streaks in your work. And with airbrushing, you can also get like a nice natural like ombre. Because if you think about a bun, the top is always darker than the edges. So you want to make sure you do the same thing with your cake. And the colors we're using today is a bit of ivory, yellow, and a little bit of brown. You want to start slow when you're airbrushing. So I like to do a little ivory yellow tint because that's going to give it like the golden brown. And again, the darkest should be at the top. The side should be very light and gradually increase, adding the little bit of brown to darken the color. So now we're gonna create beef, and not the beef that we all be having, but the beef in the patty. So to do this, all I did was roll out some fondant, and you almost want to create a sausage, then flatten the sausage. And now to create the texture, all I did was grab a tool and made a whole bunch of holes. And I know it looks crazy right now, I know it doesn't make sense, but if you think about it, like ground beef is kind of like whole wheat, if that makes sense. And I also use a little bit of aluminum foil to add more texture, and you just want to make it as thick as you want your patty to be. So if you want to do a bunch of thin patties, do that. If you want to do one thick patty, do that. It's up to you. And then once you're happy with your texture, you of course gotta color it because beef ain't white. So all I do is use the airbrush once again, and if you don't have an airbrush, you can hand paint it, of course. And I like to use a little bit of brown and a little bit of red, just because like it would have a red undertone. And again, start slow and gradually increase. So now you're gonna add the beef onto your cake, and then you have to add the cheese, because if you get a burger without cheese, that's a hate crime. It just don't make sense. Even if you're lactose intolerant, you have to suffer. You have to suffer. So to create the cheese, all I did was make some yellow fondant with a little bit of orange, because American cheese isn't pure yellow. And then you're gonna roll it out thin, and I always cut like triangles and put it all around the burger. And you're just gonna cover it as you normally would. And I even blowtorch it. Now blowtorching it makes it look like it's melted and like covered in the patty. You'll probably start drooling at this point. It's looking really good. Okay, so we got our patty, we got the buns, and we got our cheese. Now you add any toppings you want. So we're gonna add our lettuce now, and again, just do this very sporadically. It shouldn't look perfect. The messier it is, the more realistic it is, because you gotta think about it. Food is never perfect. Everyone's burger is gonna look different, and some are gonna be squished, they're gonna be uneven. It's just natural, so embrace it. I decided that I like lettuce on mine. I usually like bacon, but I didn't do bacon today, so I just did beef, cheese, lettuce, and a little bit of ketchup. To do the ketchup, people say ketchup weird too. Ketchup.
It's ketchup, but I say ketchup, like catch up to me.
Okay, Bria. My producer's a little cuckoo. To make the ketchup, all you're gonna do is use some buttercream and add a bunch of red food coloring and a hint of brown to deepen the tone. And I literally just use a paintbrush and add the detailings all around. And the last little detail we're gonna do is a little bit of sesame seeds on the top of the bun. This is of course optional. All these toppings are optional. It's your burger. The only thing that's required is some cheese, because we don't believe in hamburgers, only cheeseburgers. Because I don't like mayo. Do you like mayo?
Yeah.
You would.
On your burger? That's
Mayo is nasty. I also hate mayo.
I hate you.
And then your burger cake is done. It's completed. Okay, this is the final product. I eat. My mom's about to go crazy when I show her this cake.
It's basic.
Ah!
Good night.
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down?
You're the one that came
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down?
What's
You're
up?
trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get
What's
down?
up?
You're trying to run your mouth or you're trying to get down?
Good night.
That's fine.
You trying to get down or you just trying to run your mouth?
Once you're happy with all the details, now it's time to enjoy. This is the best part. And you tell me, what is better, a cake burger or a burger? Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and let me know what we should make next. Should we do a recipe? Should we make another cake? Should I make my sister make a cake with me? Should I compete with someone? Let me know in the comments, and I'm excited to start this journey. Are you guys even ready? My biggest hater, aka my mom, she told me my burger looks basic. She said I could do better. Hello. It was time. It was time to get down, and I guess it was a mistake because she kind of beat my butt. She kind of beat me up, and I'm a little embarrassed, but I know I can make a cake better than her. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit the like button and hit that notification bell so you know what video is coming out next. And by the way, me and my mom, we're goofy like that. We still like each other. She's not actually a hater. It was the little tap.
Yada yada.
Get my cake mix. You're so freaking rude. And with, I was gonna say,
know it's real lettuce.